Welcome back to Leeds Lately for the live watch-along of Leeds United versus Middlesbrough at the Riverside Stadium up in Middlesbrough. Leeds hoping to keep their automatic promotion hopes alive today, because someone put it in the chat before, not sure who it was, so apologies for that, but someone put it in the chat before. They do feel like if we don't win tonight, our promotion hopes automatically are gone, and we are going to have to rely on going up via the playoffs, which is obviously something that none of us as Leeds fans want to do, because we've been stung by it before. It's not a guaranteed. We've never had much luck in the playoffs, apart from one time in however many years it's been. So, yeah, it's very important that we try and get the win today. I noticed that Luke Ayling was asked who he wanted to win before kickoff. It's a bit bad of the commentator to ask him that. Because realistically, it's like, what's he meant to say? He's playing for one club whilst on loan from the other. He's going to upset someone either way, so he had to very diplomatically say that he hopes football's the winner tonight. So, yeah, a bit bad of the commentator to ask him that, but then you can't expect much more of that commentator in particular, can you? Given the bias that's shown towards against Leeds, in some of these games. Welcome back to all of our Leeds Lately members, of course. John Garside, Ben from Rad Music Chat. We've got Karen Curtin. We've got CB. We've got Chewy Backer. We have... I think that's it at the moment. Forgive me if I'm missing somebody. And then, of course, we've got all the normal regulars as well. Penny Lane, Goz61, Ryan Tune, Sajal, Liam B., and many, many more of you as well. So welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the channel. And hopefully, like I say, Leeds get a big result today. I saw somebody say that before, actually, Sajal. So Sajal saying, evening, Max, if you get promoted, we are meeting you outside Ellen Road and drinks are apparently on you. Well, what I will say is I'm not one of these big YouTubers with millions of subscribers and i.e. millions of pounds, so we'll keep that sort of chat to a minimum. Someone's saying no sound. Are you trolling me? Because yeah, you are, because I can see that that's not true. Why do I look slightly red on the stream? Don't know. Either way, it's because of the bloody Sky Sports red logo and stuff flashing on my face. But yeah, so we'll go through the lineups now. Yeah, we've got to get more members and more likes and more everything if you want a drink buying for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, because it'll allow you to chat down below. And, of course, let's have a little look at the lineup. So, today's lineup, we have Meslier in goal. Byram comes back into the starting 11 at right back because Connor Roberts is out injured. And you've got Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo making up the rest of the back four. Gray and Gruev sit in front of those as two holding midfielders. In front of them, you've got Nonto, Jorginho through the middle, Summerville on the left, and Bamford comes back in as the striker here tonight as well. So let me know what you think about the lineup. I know some people already on X/Twitter have been... getting a little bit frustrated at the fact that Bamford's starting and not maybe Mateo Joseph or somebody like that. But yeah, it's important that we just back the boys no matter who's playing, and hopefully we get the result today. Hopefully Bamford has a point to prove against one of his old clubs, who actually we signed him from, because of course Victor Orta was a sporting director at Middlesbrough before he moved to Leeds, and then signed Bamford from Middlesbrough. If you didn't know that, kind of not really a story, but you know what I mean. Welcome everybody, welcome to Leeds Therapy. Guys, if you want good Leeds content, go and check out Leeds Therapy. His channel, you'll be able to click on his channel straight through there. So give him a subscribe and then come straight back to the stream again. Or even just open a new tab, that's probably better. Wasn't on your last game, was at the Blackburn. Oh yeah, Ben was at the Blackburn game, weren't you, mate? And that was not great at all, because it just felt like it was always going to go wrong, that game. Welcome Render as well, another one of our members. So thanks for everybody who has joined me. Of course, the lineup has been put on the screen, but we will have a look at that again before we kick off. And of course, remember to check out classic football shirts in the link in the description, and you can get 10% off if you use Leeds Lately at checkout. Yes, his name is Paul Chuibacker. But yeah, if you want some good Leeds content, go and check out Paul's channel at the Leeds Therapy. Yeah, and then, of course, come back here and watch this big game in the Championship. Leeds, of course, sit third at the moment on 87 points, 2 points behind Ipswich on 89 and 4 points behind Leicester on 91. If we can get a result today, that, of course, takes us up to 90 points. And then we play against QPR before Ipswich play on Friday. So we have another, of course, chance to go and get another 3 points ahead, which psychologically might be massive for us. Charlie Hammer, welcome, mate. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you'll enjoy it in here. We've got a good crowd. And as CB says, hit the like button for Maz. Emma Oliver saying, I'm sorry I don't trust Bamford. He doesn't offer enough threat and misses the opportunity when it does come along. Wouldn't get it in the Ipswich, Leicester or Southampton teams. I hate saying that. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Emma, but I think I don't know, we've had this discussion so many times, but you've got to think about it. Is a modern striker is not just there to bang goals in every week. Like, of course, I'm going to say Alan Shearer now is your example of an old-fashioned striker who his idea was stay up, stay high, get in the box, and if the chance comes, you bury it. And that's what he did, and he did it amazingly well, right? That's your traditional striker. Your modern striker is a bit less like that, and the one I sort of use as a point prover here is Roberto Firmino for Liverpool, because his job was never to be the top goal scorer at the club. That was to provide the goals for Mane and Salah, who obviously always became the top goal scorers for Liverpool whilst Firmino was in the side, and Firmino would get loads of assists. Of course, Bamford's not getting loads of assists, but he is playing that role of more of a withdrawn striker, not necessarily playing on the last man and trying to get players beyond him to try and get themselves goals. Hence why not just Bamford, but of course other strikers who've played in this system, and the way they play slightly withdrawn allows players like Summerville, Jorginho and Dan James and stuff to get forward, which is why people like Summerville is our top scorer. Dan James has scored us a load of goals. Jorginho has, of course, really underperformed to his XG, but has got himself the opportunities to score a lot more than he has. But nevertheless, Leeds are in the tunnel now, getting ready to go out. Junior Firpo, Gruev, Meslier, Byram, Archie Gray, all the players I can see at the moment, and Ampadu, of course, to lead them out as captain. Michael Gott saying, aren't they known under character to push forward with their injuries? Do you think they'll sit in a block tonight? And of course, they don't have Luke Ayling because he's ineligible for this game because he is, of course, on loan from Leeds United. So I don't know, to be honest. I think what we'll get a good gauge of how this game's going to play out within the first sort of 5-10 minutes, because if they fly out and they try and score an early goal and stuff, then maybe it's going to be a little bit of an end-to-end game. But if they instantly set in, I feel like they're going to play it on the counter-attack throughout the whole game. I haven't watched much of Middlesbrough under Carrick, or any really, apart from when they played against us, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. But the letter referee has led the teams out onto the pitch now. He's taken the ball off the podium, and the Leeds team is going out to get lined up ready for this massive game. Howson smiling there as he heard marching on together in the tunnel. Ben, I didn't notice that, but good spot. That's the one. Couldn't think of the word. Chewy Backer saying, hit the join button to be a member of Leeds Lately family. You get extra emotes, and Maxim might even make a second members video. Yeah, I don't really get many comments from members, to be honest. It's all just in the live stream. Let's talk about the Middlesbrough lineup. Dieng in goal, Deke Steele at right back. Then you've got Vandenberg and Clark as the two centre-backs. Thomas at left back. You've got Howson and O'Brien in the midfield. Jones out on the right, Silvera out on the left. You've got Finn Azaz, of course, who was on loan at Plymouth before this, through the middle, in behind Latte Lat, who is, of course, in very, very good form for them at the moment. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Ethan Ampadu and Joe Rodon deal with him very, very well. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Of course, I'll put it on the lineup on the screen now for the Leeds team, but Meslier in goal, Byram at right back, coming in for Connor Roberts, who is injured. Then you've got Firpo at left back, Rodon and Ampadu through the middle as the two centre-halves. Then you've got Gray and Gruev sat in front with Nonto on the right, Summerville on the left, Jorginho through the middle as that number 10, and Patrick Bamford up front. So I'm looking forward to seeing Leeds tonight back in action after a good rest. So we should have a Leeds team who is up and raring to go again, because of course we didn't play at the weekend and we'd only played last weekend. So hopefully we should have had a nice 8-day recovery period and be able to go out there flying. So 7 goals in his last 9 games by Latte Lath, so he is banging form. So hopefully Leeds can try and deal with him today, because I'm a little bit worried about him. Yeah, first 13 games, Leeds 2.2 goals per game. Last 5 games, 1.2 goals per game. So we're scoring a goal less per game. So really, we need to make sure we change that tonight and put a few past this Middlesbrough side, and hopefully early on to kind of dampen their spirits. Michael Gott says exactly, good start required. So moments away from kickoff here at the Riverside Stadium up in Middlesbrough. Leeds, the Peacocks taking on the Smoggies. Hopefully Leeds can get a result. Leeds having their customary team huddle in the middle of the pitch. I think Ethan Ampadu's having a word with them all as the captain. What strip are we in? We're in the white strip. I thought we might be in this one. This is why I wore this shirt. But we're in the white shirt. I might change it at half-time. If we're not doing very well, I might change it at half-time. And it might bring us luck, which I know is complete bollocks, but either way. The Leeds therapy, Paul says, fast and incisive, need from the start. Absolutely. Hopefully that happens just as Bamford gets us kicked off. Here's Gruev. Over to Sam Byram now. Now Nonto. Nonto back to Byram. Byram's looking for a little pass here and finds Nonto again. These need to be careful not to get dispossessed early on. They are, but it's gone out for a throw-in as Thomas blocks that pass from Nonto there. And I do think Leeds are going to be pressed by Middlesbrough from the early stages here. It does look like they are going to try and fly out a little bit and push up and try and stop Leeds being able to play out from the back. So it'll be interesting to see how Leeds deal with that, whether we go long, trying to get away from that, or whether we try and play through the lines. Here's Gruev. Now Nonto lets it run and then tries to drop it off for Jorginho, but it's been taken away by Silvera, I think it was, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough just inside the Leeds half, right by the, I was going to say by the technical areas, but it's actually on the opposite side. Here's Clark, over to Vandenberg. Back to Clark again. Then played out to Thomas on the left. Nonto with a good block, and it's going to be a throw-in this time to Middlesbrough. You need a lucky blue suit and a walk to a set of lights and back before the game to be lucky. Yeah, I mean, it is mental when you think about some of the stuff that Reevy did as his superstitions and stuff. I mean, he would have said it worked because we won all those things, but that's just a coincidence, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. If they're pressing high, that could work in our favour. Paul says, yeah, it could do, but that's if Leeds can take advantage of it and play quickly through the lines. It's gonna be a free kick to Leeds there. Yeah, Howson played the ball down the line here, and Azaz tried to play it down the line again for the winger, and Firpo and the winger just got a tangle of legs there and fell over, but it is a free kick to Leeds in the end, adjudged to have been the Middlesbrough player that was the offender. Here's Rodon. Back to Meslier. Meslier. Back to Joe Rodon now. Rodon back to Meslier. Well, I thought Meslier had scuffed the ball in, but he didn't actually pass it. Just my eyes deceiving me. Any contact on Firpo makes me nervous. Do you mean in terms of him getting an injury, Rob, or in terms of him getting dispossessed? Or him just like going down and losing the ball? Here's Ampadu. He's going to play a long ball now, trying to cut out that press. Jorginho flicks it on towards Bamford, but it's headed away there by Vandenberg. Here's Lewis O'Brien, who, of course, Leeds were linked with back when we were in the Premier League. Silvera, back to Thomas. Nonto pressing really well here, and Thomas has tried to handball it, but what? Now he's handballed it, the ref's given it. Wow. John Charles saying, Maxwell, just so we can get a clearer picture, mental picture, tell us if we are playing left to right or the other way. We are playing left to right as Archie Gray charges now towards the Middlesbrough goal. That is going to be a free kick to Leeds, but it's actually advantage. Summerville's in the box, tries to get it back to Nonto, but Matt Clark can take that one away and knock it out for a throw-in the end. But Archie Gray was wiped out there. Yeah, we are playing left to right, so Sam Byram up in the right-hand side corner now has the ball and throws it into Nonto, and then Nonto's kicked there from behind by Thomas. Isn't Thomas on loan from Leicester, or have they signed him permanently from Leicester? Yeah, he just gives away a free kick in a silly position. But then, to be fair, that's not a silly position by the corner flag for against Leeds, because Leeds just do not do well with set pieces. So it's not a bad tactic when you know that Leeds are just never going to score a set piece. Hopefully I've reverse jinxed that. Summerville, one arm up in the air. Gets ready to deliver this ball into the box. Puts it in. It's high, headed. Back to Jorginho. And then they're headed away. Here's Archie Gray who can pick it up. Archie Gray chips it back out. Tries to get it out wide to Summerville. It was the right idea from Archie Gray, but the wrong execution there. And it is going to roll out there for a goal kick to Middlesbrough. Yeah, Summerville towards the back post. Headed back across by Ampadu. And then Jorginho's shot was never going to go in, and Matt Clark headed it away. So Rodon heads this back across. Oh no, Ampadu heads this back across. Oh, it does hit a Middlesbrough player. I think it hit Azaz in the back of the head. Long ball forward here from Middlesbrough. Header won by Ampadu down to Firpo, and then back again to Ampadu. Well dealt with by Leeds. Tim saying, just been showing my lad my old shirts from 1997 to 2002. He bought himself the home shirt this season with his pocket money. He's 7. Love that he supports Leeds. That's great, that, isn't it? Lovely to hear. Especially because the shirts have all been reduced. So that's, you don't think about that. I don't really think I think about things like that. But then it's quite nice for kids to be able to buy the shirt with their own pocket money and stuff if the shirt's been reduced by quite a lot. Ball down the line here from Byram. But Matt Clark's going to come across and he's going to keep the ball in, actually. But it's going to be a foul from Byram on Luke Thomas. It is Luke Thomas, isn't it? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It is Luke Thomas. Does every team in the Championship have a Clark? Yeah, I think they do, pretty much. You can tell that we're from the Premier League because we don't have a Clark, and Leicester don't have one. It's now Thomas. Down the line here to Lewis O'Brien, who plays it inside, but cut out well by Archie Gray. Plays it back to Byram. Byram with a little Cruyff turn, and now played down the line to Nonto. But Nonto's got Thomas on his back, and Thomas has dispossessed him here. Thomas plays it inside here towards Azaz, and the ball's gone through to Latte Lath. And they've scored. Middlesbrough have scored. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the drama of the playoffs, because Leeds have just gone 1-0 down after a calamity of errors. Oh, God. I don't know what happened then. So Nonto gets dispossessed. It's not a foul. He wins the ball there, Luke Thomas, and he plays it inside to Azaz. Azaz plays it, and it's deflected through to Latte Lath, and then the ball... I don't really know what Firpo's doing. I know it's a litany of errors because Nonto shouldn't have lost the ball. The ball just came off and went straight through. And then what's Nonto? Do you see what Firpo's does there? Like he waits a second and tries to slow himself down. He should have gone. If he just goes with his right foot, he clears it. If he just goes with his right foot, he clears it. Well, we've got a mountain to climb now, haven't we? Absolute mountain to climb now, but let's hope we can do it. Come on, let's be positive. There's no point being anything else because it's not going to get us anywhere, is it? Yeah. Commentator as well saying that Firpo's just not reacted. 85 plus minute, yeah. No, Ampadu was in a completely good place to cut that ball out. but he got completely done by the deflection. Here's Ampadu. Now Gruev tries to play it down the line. It just goes straight into touch. Just when things aren't going right for you, things are not going right in any capacity. Passes just rolling into touch. Leeds players looking at each other like, what do we do? I don't know. It's international break. I hate international football. I can't stand it. If you didn't have the international breaks, we wouldn't have to be playing Saturday, Tuesday so much either, and Saturday, Monday, whatever. It's just, yeah. Oh well, let's hope we come back into this. We've got plenty of time to do it, but it's just not the ideal start, is it? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? Ball back to Clark here. Yeah, we've had 8 days rest. I was trying to say at the start we should be more switched on. We should be more ready to go. We've had 8 days rest, and it just doesn't seem that way. He's latte lat, but he manages to get the ball back to Azaz, and then Byram definitely fouled him there, but the ref's given just a throw-in the end. Yeah, it's the deflection that killed it. It completely. Ampadu was in a good position. Leeds might be on the break here. His Patrick Bamford, he's just given the ball away. There just wasn't any chance for him to pass the ball there. I'm sorry, Mr. P, but I don't really know. Like, I get what you're saying that we're not. Oh, Gruev's done really well to win the ball back. Oh, and then he's just passed it straight to a Middlesbrough player. I get what you're saying, Mr. P, that we're not penetrative enough and we don't do enough when we have the ball. But you can't now suddenly expect us to smash the ball long and play Allardyce football when none of the players are set up to play that way. We've got small players who are tricky and skillful. And so it's not that. That's not the way that we can. That's not the way that we can play football. So you can't exactly just change it like that now. No worries, Sajal. It'll get better, I promise you. If you stick around, we'll win this game. Throwing at the moment out in the right back position though for Middlesbrough. Long throw in here. Headed away by Jorginho, but it's only gone across the middle. Joe Rodon's come out well and caught that one. Not in his hands, but picked up the ball. Here's Rodon. Plays it out wide to Summerville. Leeds have got a little bit of a break on here, and Summerville is dispossessed there by Latte Lath coming back. Stay up in your position, Latte Lath. Get lost. Here's Deke Steele, who goes down with a dive there. Blatant dive. If only Ailing hadn't have gone there and coached them all how to do the Ailing flop. Free kick then to Middlesbrough in their right back position. Bloody Jonathan Woodgate as well, the assistant manager. You'd think he would be trying to help us a bit, wouldn't you? We'll get our chances. It'll come down to how we take them. It is a freak goal against that's gone against us, yeah. Come on, Leeds. Deke Steele then with the throw-in just inside the Leeds half. Flicked on by Azaz, but it's going to go out for a Leeds throw-in for Junior Firpo to pick up. Middlesbrough have got so many empty seats. Come on, we should be beating these. Firpo still hasn't taken this throw-in. Now he has. Down the line towards Bamford, who flicks it on for Summerville. Away by Clark. Headed forward again by Firpo. Onside here, Summerville, as he comes back. Pokes it back to Firpo. Down the line to Jorginho. Jorginho still going here, past Deke Steele. Looking for a way to get the ball in the box here. Jorginho foul from behind. Penalty! Is it? I think it's a penalty. I do not know why he makes that tackle, but it's a penalty to Leeds. Who take... Oh, it's going to be Summerville, I think, to take it, isn't it? I think he's going to take it off Bamford. Yeah, that'll help us out. Yeah, Jorginho does so well to get past him. He does so well to get past Dijksteel there, but Dijksteel just you're never going to be able to make that challenge, and it's just a tangle of legs and just brings down Jorginho in the box. Oh, it's Bamford to take it. Oh no, actually, I think Bamford's going to do that thing where he looks like he's going to be the one to take it, then gives it to Summerville. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, well, to be fair, I don't know who was celebrating that Bamford didn't have the penalty. I don't know if that was Leeds fans or Middlesbrough fans. Silly challenge, absolutely. Come on, Summerville. Crescencio Summerville then. Chance to get Leeds back into this game. Level the terms. Summerville steps up. Short step, run up, bangs it, goal! Leeds are back in the game, come on. That's just what you wanted, that kind of confidence from Crescencio Summerville taking that penalty. It's 1-1. Back to a level playing field now. Let's go and get this win. That's just what we needed. Tell you what. Oh, it's close to being saved there by Dieng. Seny Dieng gets close to that. God, that was nerve-wracking, and that really nearly got saved because it was an out-swinging penalty, if you will, curving away from the goalkeeper. That was the way he was able to get it in the back of the net, and the goalkeeper actually got a touch on it. But as it stands, Leeds are back in this game, 1-1. See, that's the thing, Robert, isn't it? Robert Wetzel saying, what a great take. Goalie guessed right. It's a really good penalty because the goalkeeper guessed the right way and he still went right for the corner, so... Here's Jorginho, tries to play a ball through to Bamford. Bamford is going to keep this in here, though. Good ball by Jorginho. Now Bamford back into the box. Here's Summerville. Sorry, not Summerville. Nonto. Nonto, if he'd have gone down there, I think would have got a second penalty. You missed them scoring earlier, a bit of a miscommunication and a ball deflected through on goal for Latte Lat. Meslier saved it and it dropped right at the feet of their right winger, Isaiah Jones. And Firpo wasn't quick enough to clear it. Then Leeds have just got a penalty through Jorginho running in from the left-hand side and being tangled from behind by Dijksteel. Summerville put it in the bottom left corner. Keeper went the right way. Good penalty by Summerville, and Leeds are back in the game. Here's Howson. Plays it through to Lewis O'Brien. Jorginho trying to track back here. Ball goes out wide to Silveira. Good tackle by Nonto. And now Thomas plays it down the line, but Byram can clear that one. Up towards the halfway line, but it has gone out for a throw-in. Great ball by Bamford there. Nonto has to hit it first time. He does. He does, doesn't he? I think it's he's never going to have the time to take too many touches there. I mean, even if he took one touch and then shot. Ball back across the box from Middlesbrough. Headed away, but it's going to be a Leeds free kick after Ampadu, I think, took a bit of a whack to the head there from that crossing situation. Paul from the Leeds Therapy saying, look what happens when we speed it up. That's what happens when other teams can't cope. I think the fact that Jorginho was so direct there, he just got the ball and he just took it. See, this is the thing, right? If we'd have had a number 10 from the start of the season and Jorginho had been playing out on the wing, out wide. I wonder how many penalties or goal-scoring situations we would have had from Jorginho just taking someone on down the line and getting into the box. Because, of course, we can't really, at the moment, do that too much because you've got Summerville, but Jorginho is the one where he just always seems to be able to take on his man. Here's Archie Gray out on the left wing. Goes past a couple of players and pokes it back here to Summerville. Now down the line for Firpo. Firpo's going to try and get one in the box towards Bamford. Bamford in the back of the net! 2-1 to Leeds! Bamford has just put the ball in the back of the net against his former club. Great ball into the box by Junior Firpo. And Leeds are now 2-1 up at the Riverside Stadium. What a turnaround this has been in the space of, 5 minutes? Fantastic. People complained about Bamford starting. He got his job. It's a really good ball to Firpo by Summerville there. Just picks him out and sees that he's there. Then Firpo Great ball into the box. He's onside there, Bamford. Very close, right in line with Clark, and he just gets a little bit of a touch. Do you know what Bamford does really well there? When you watch that back, Bamford hesitates slightly so that the keeper thinks he's going to go for it first time, but he doesn't. Look, watch when it comes back. He sort of... Do you see how he doesn't go for it with his foot? And he just like... He basically dummies it. The goalkeeper thinks he's going to go for it here, watch. And then he just chests it in. Very, very good, that. I mean, I don't know if he did it on purpose. I'm assuming he did, and I'm giving him the credit for it. But, yes, great goal from Leeds there. And we are now 2-1 up. Fantastic stuff. This is exactly what we needed. Exactly the kind of fight back that we wanted. Remember, guys, as well, of course, nobody did it then, but if the goal goes in this game, please don't put it in the chat before I've reacted to it, because I won't have seen it, and it'll be a spoiler. Here's Clark. Now Thomas. Here's Dieng with a long ball forward. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds there. I don't know what that GG person is doing, but I'm putting them on. I'm putting them on timeout for 24 hours because I think they are just taking the mick and it's annoying. So, my channel, my rules. Throw in here out in the left back position for Luke Thomas. Can somebody let me know, by the way? Can somebody just do a quick Google search? Is Luke Thomas still a Leicester player and he's on loan at Middlesbrough? Summerville's just given the ball straight to Azaz there. Out wide to the right-hand side here by Isaiah Jones. He's got Deke Steele going beyond him. And then he tries to make his own run. Inside to Azaz, who plays it back out wide. Again to Jones. Here's Deke Steele. Goes back again. Good foot there by Ampadu, and then Summerville manages to get enough of a touch on that to get it back to Ampadu, and that's not a Leeds foul as Ampadu goes down, away by Rodon though. Here's Bamford. Bamford did really well there. Oh, and he's gone straight through the back of Gray there, Azaz. Was it Gray? I can't tell who it was, to be honest. Yeah, Azaz. Yeah, it was Gray. He just goes straight through the back of Gray there. That's a yellow card. Yeah, on loan from Leicester. Thanks, Karen. Oh, and Rob. Yeah, sorry. That should have been a yellow card for me. I don't want to complain about the ref too much because he has given us a penalty, but he best keep up his best keep up a good performance throughout the game, and I'll be happy with him. Which is not something you can say very often of Championship referees, is it? Never wants to give us credit, this commentator, does he? Saying, oh, we've been helped by some atrocious Middlesbrough defending. Here's Howson. Ball out wide here to Thomas. Back to Howson again. Now O'Brien. Plays it down the line here to Thomas, but Nonto's doing well to help out with the defending side of things for Byram. Missed the 2 goals. Who scored? It was Summerville with a penalty and Bamford with a close range finish after a really good Firpo cross. Silvera plays it across to Deke Steele. Now out wide to Jones. Down the line to Azaz. He's going to try and cross it in here, but Firpo gets a touch on it. Don't make a foul here, Firpo. Summerville does well to win that back, but it does go back as far as Jones, who then plays it back across to Vandenberg, who gets it back again off Lewis O'Brien. Here's Clark. Now Silvera. He's going to try and play a ball over the top, but headed away by Archie Gray on the edge of the box. Here's Clark, and Nonto's going to try and press him here, but he has got time to play it back to Thomas, who then gives it straight back to him. Jorginho gets a good foot on that, but it is going to be a throw into Middlesbrough. About halfway. Oh, no, just inside the halfway line. Thanks, Liam. Oh. I'm just trying to turn this around so that I'm actually... There you go, in the middle of the shot. That's it. Ball out wide now. Here's Deke Steele. Tries to play a ball right across the box, and Ampadu clears that one away, and I think it is going to be a throw-in rather than a corner, so good defending there by Ampadu. Leeds just need to make sure that they don't slip back up into there. Oh no, it is a corner. It's a corner, and Azaz is going to take it. Leeds need to make sure they don't slip up into the way we were playing in the first sort of 5-10 minutes here and keep on top of this. Here's Azaz with a short corner. Surely that was offside. Back again to the edge of the box for Howson, who plays a good ball down the line. Cut back into the box for Lewis O'Brien. Headed up in the air. Latte Lat's trying to keep hold of it here, and it's going to be another corner kick here to Middlesbrough. Again, another corner, but this time from the opposite side here. Gruev trying to keep Clark away from the goalkeeper. Ball into the box. Meslier has to push that one over his own bar there. I think Gruev and Clark had a right good hold of each other's shirt then. Azaz then with another corner. Ball into the box. Meslier punches it away, but only as far as the corner taker Azaz. Puts the ball back into the box. Cleared away by Bamford it was that time with his right foot. He does have a right foot. Here's Jorginho taken off him by Azaz, and then down the line to Silvera. Rodon comes out to try and challenge him here. Great block there by Joe Rodon, but it is going to be another corner to Middlesbrough. Thought it was going to be taken quickly there, but Silvera leaves it, goes inside the box, and taken quickly by Azaz to the corner of the box for Lewis O'Brien. Here's Azaz again. He's going to try and put it in the box here. Good block by Sam Byram. Ball only goes far as Matt Clark, though, and here's Lewis O'Brien again. Tries to put it into the box, but it's blocked by Bamford, and here's Gruev. Pokes it out wide to Firpo now. Nonto's gone out on the left, and Summerville's actually gone through the middle at the moment with Jorginho out on the right. I'm assuming they'll swap back in due time, but at the moment they're... I think Meslier can't catch in those situations because there's a lot of people around him, and he doesn't want to drop it in the box, so he's just pushing it away. Gruev's just pulled over there by Latte Lath, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick, about just inside the Leeds half. This is what I mean, though. People lose their minds when we play against somebody like a Middlesbrough or a Plymouth or a Blackburn, anyone like that, and we're not absolutely smashing them because of the players we have and stuff. But it's just not like that. It's like you saw how close Coventry took Scum in the FA Cup. There's not that much of a gap. It's going to be that long ball forward is going to be left by Seny Dieng, and it's going to be a Middlesbrough goal kick. There's not that much of a gap in terms of quality, so we need to just make sure that we take advantage of the opportunities when they do come, because you don't necessarily get that many. Allowed to play on here, even though it looked like a foul on Latte Lath. Here's Clark playing it all the way back to Dieng. Vandenberg across to Howson. Howson brings it forward into the midfield, gets it back again off Silvera. Howson gives it to Jones, who drops it back off again to Clark. Clark with a long raking ball out to the right wing. Really good ball, actually, but Nonto does really well to get there and tackle Deeksteel. Plays it inside here. Nonto's thrown to the ground there by Deeksteel. Bamford did really well there, and Leeds are going to win the throw-in the end, but Deeksteel's just fouling Nonto all over the spot. Here's Firpo then with the throw-in just outside the technical areas. Played back to him by Jorginho, and then back to Jorginho again. Into Bamford's feet, but Bamford, he's gone through the back of him. How is that not a foul? Good tackle there by Firpo. And then Gruev tries to spray it out wide to Summerville, who's now out on the right-hand side. Summerville plays it out wide now to Sam Byram. Sam Byram waiting for an option of someone coming to help him, but in the end he has to go backwards to Joe Rodon. I don't know how that wasn't a foul on Bamford there, because the player, I think it was Vandenberg, he just went straight through the back of Bamford when he was trying to hold the ball up. Here's Ampadu. Back to Meslier. Now Rodon. Tried to play it down the line. It was intercepted there by Silvera, but it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Possession in the last 10 minutes, 81% to Middlesbrough and 19% to Leeds. We need to get a bit of a grip of this. I know it's not all about possession, but in a system like this under Daniel Farke, you would expect to have a lot more possession than that. I know it's an away game as well, but even so. Arute can't quite keep the ball there, and here's Azaz played into Latte Lath on the edge of the box, trying to open up a space to shoot. Oh, he scored. He's just banged it in from the edge of the box. What are we doing? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hide the score. I mean, if anything, I want to hide the score, but what? I said we've just been letting them dominate us. I don't know why we continue to do this. I mean, if we don't deserve to go up if this is how we have our running. What does Jorginho just gets the ball just taken off him there, and then Azaz played it across the box. Someone should have got a block on this. There was so many Leeds players, and he just puts it back across the opposite side of the goal. And Meslier just can't get there. But now it's 2-2. Latte Lat with his 8th goal in 10 games. He gets a touch on it, Meslier, but he just couldn't quite keep it out. What's the point coming from behind to be leading 2-1 and then just not holding on to it? Byron with a long ball forward, a long hopeful ball forward, really. It's going to no one, that. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Bamford, though, with a good tackle. Now Summerville. Back down the line for Bamford. Drops it off for Byram. Turns on it and gives it back again to Gruev. Across to Ampadu. Here's Ampadu again. Now Nonto. Again, back to Ampadu. Middlesbrough just forcing us backwards here. We can't really seem to find a way through. And how many times have we said that? Well, hopefully Mr. P gets them in this game. What a turn that is by Jorginho Rutter. And he's fouled, but he carries on going here. He's got Sam Byram in support on his right-hand side. And he gives it to him. Sam Byram puts the ball over everyone, but it's gone to Jones in the end, and he's going to be able to play it inside here. Oh, he's not. He's switching it all the way across to Silvera, and Middlesbrough have got a break on here because Leeds again just gave the ball away. Here's Silvera. Plays it across the box. Now Azaz. Goes to shoot from the edge. Blocked there by Leeds, and Ampadu gets that one away. Bamford tries to play it back to Jorginho and just plays it past him. That's a good tackle there by Jorginho. Here's Gruev. Now Gray. Sam Byram here. Oh, foul there by Latte Lath on Byram, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. I don't know, CB. Honestly, it's like we've fallen apart in these last 5 games, and we're just not a promotion contender anymore. Like I just don't understand what's happened to us. Just really don't. Here's Ampadu. Now Melier. Rodon. Melier again. This is the moment where we look like we just don't really have any options. Good ball from Rodon into Nonto, but Nonto just instantly dispossessed because he just didn't have anywhere to go. Oh, Gray not looking. It's a bit shambolic at the moment. Here's Gray. Out wide to Summerville. Summerville trying to take on 2 players and go down the line here past Deeksteel. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in though. Now Gray. Back to Firpo again. We need to open up some space to both. Oh, great ball down the left-hand side for Nonto. He's inside the box, but he's offside. I was just going to say, we need to get the ball down that left-hand side more, because when Jorginho got past Deeksteel, he got himself a penalty. And then when Firpo got that ball from Summerville, he was in behind Deeksteel as well, and we scored again. So we need to be... we need to be using that space in behind that fullback and moving the ball quicker to open it up and catching them out, because that's what happened for both our goals. Thomas O'Brien tackled by Jorginho there. Jorginho going past a couple of Middlesbrough players and playing the ball down the line to Nonto. The deflections actually helped Nonto here. And then Nonto's wiped out from behind by Latte Lath. That's a yellow card if ever I've seen one. It's really annoying as well, Sajal, isn't it? Because they do look desperate to win this, but they've got nothing to play for. Just let us win. Obviously, that's a joke because nobody's ever going to just let us win. But it is frustrating when they've got nothing to play for and they pull out a performance where, yes, they've not been defending the best, but they're just banging in goals. But at the moment, we still have a Desmond, and we've got Patrick Bamford and Sam Byram. Sam Byram and Patrick Bamford are in the box waiting for this one to come in. I think it'll be Summerville and somebody else. Gruev stood over this one, ready to put the ball in the box. Gruev puts the ball into the box, punched away by Seny Dieng. Only as far as Wilfred Nonto then. If you can turn on this quickly, you might have a chance to put the ball back in the box. Here he is, going down the line, plays it to Firpo, who can get the ball back across. It's a good ball in. Bamford tries to flick it on, but he can't, and it goes forwards instead. Cleared all the way up to Melier. Given to Rodon now. Rodon out to the right back position for Sam Byram. Byram down the line here to Crescencio Summerville up against Luke Thomas. Tackled there by Thomas, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. How can footballers look at the linesman and go how when he's given the free kick a throw in a certain way when the linesman's 5 yards away and it's the most obvious Leeds throw in ever? I know you've got to appeal for things, but you're never going to get that, so what's the point? Because it's literally just downright lying. Firpo plays it back to Melier here. Melier. Oh, he's shaped up to play a long ball then, but didn't. Here's Rodon. Now Byram. Down the line to Summerville, but it's gone out of play. It's just little things like that. The ball just not even staying in play when you're trying to play a ball down the line. It's frustrating to watch. The General LUFC saying I said during the week, this has got draw written all over it. But you've just got to hope that if we get the 3 points, we're 1 point behind Leicester again. It's just, it's so frustrating. At this rate, we come 4th behind Southampton. Here's Ampadu. Gruev's dropped deep to get that, sat between the 2 centre-backs at the moment. Now Ampadu. Has to go all the way back to Melier because Azaz was pressing him. Rodon again. Now Sam Byram. Back to Rodon. Leeds again kind of slowing things down here. Meslier, now he's going to play a long ball forward. Tries to play it up towards somebody. Dieng's got to take a touch here and get rid of it, and he does with his weak foot. Headed away by Rodon. Now Archie Gray picks it up. Does so well there, Archie Gray. Now Jorginho into Summerville. Back to Archie Gray. Archie Gray going to try and poke it forward to Summerville. Summerville's on the edge of the box here. Can he poke it through to Nonto? Nonto scores! 3-2 to Leeds. What a first half of football this is. Nonto puts it in the back of the net. 3-2 to Leeds. That is exactly what we needed at this moment in time. Just that injection of class and quality getting that ball through to Nonto as he just lifts it over Seny Dieng in the Middlesbrough goal. Archie Gray does really well to win it back on the halfway line. Then Jorginho plays it into Summerville, who drops it off to Archie Gray. And then Archie plays it back to Summerville, who just pokes it through. He's offside there. Nonto was actually offside, but I don't care. Do you know what happens there? Byron blocks the linesman's sight of that, and that's why he doesn't see that Nonto's offside, because it looks like from his point of view that Nonto's run it looks like Nonto's run from behind the line because Bamford was in the way. But yeah, thank God no VAR, the general saying. Come on, Leeds. It's the second time we've been ahead. Let's keep it that way. Here's Clark for Middlesbrough. Ball into the midfield for Latte Lath, but now Jorginho picks it up, but he's dispossessed here by Howson, who plays it out wide. Firpo gets a foot in on Jones there. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Yeah, let's hope we get into half-time leading. The Willie Nonto song rings out around the Riverside. That was way offside, yeah, but like I say, I think the linesman was unsighted by Patrick Bamford's run. Because Bamford was in offside position, just completely blocking his view. Here's Jorginho, tries to play it into Bamford, but Howson, with his street smarts, manages to get away from that. Good tackle there by Nonto, and Nonto can play the ball through to Bamford now if he can find him. Here's Bamford inside the box. Bamford curls it nearly around the goalkeeper, and then Jorginho can't get in there at the back post. Bamford did telegraph that the way that he was going to try and bend it around the goalkeeper there, but I'm not sure what else he could have done. It's a good save by Dieng. It's a good save by Dieng there. I mean, it was savable, but I don't think you can blame that too much on Bamford. If he was right-footed, then you blast that, don't you? But he kind of had to try and put it round. I did say at this rate, which was a different rate to what we were doing now. Summerville, ball into the box from the corner, headed away by Clark. Race between Gruev and Latte Lath to get there. Sorry, that's Jones. Plays it down the line towards Azaz, who does push Rodon over there, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Oh, I forgot that it was Leicester-Southampton tomorrow night as well. Maybe I should go live for that one. I'll think about it. Then, of course, on Friday night, Leeds versus QPR at Loftus Road. Oh, Bamford's going to get there. Oh, Bamford, how long did you want to take to pass it to Summerville? Hi, Phil. Welcome. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, this shirt? Here's Meslier. Plays it out to Joe Rodon. Now Meslier again. He's looking for options here, Meslier, but again he has to go to Rodon. Back to Meslier. I think he's going to have to send this one long. And he does. Bamford trying to win that one, but Vandenberg gets there first. Now down the line for Jones. Ampadu does really well to get ahead of Jones and use his body to shield that one back to Meslier. Here's Bamford. Bamford with a great turn. Plays the ball down the line to Summerville. Summerville here approaching the edge of the box. Summerville inside. He just leaves the ball behind. So close to taking it with him and having a chance to shoot there, Summerville. He was caught in two minds, I think. Good tackle there by Firpo. Leeds can keep going here. Here's Firpo. Now Jorginho. He's got Lewis O'Brien trying to tackle him here. Here's Ruter still. Oh, I can see what he's trying to do there. Play the ball out wide to Byron. But here's Lewis O'Brien with possession back from Middlesbrough. Now Thomas. He'll play it back to Matt Clark. And then Dieng. Summerville is closing him down, but you can easily play that one out to Vandenberg. Here's Howson. Plays it to Azaz, who spreads the ball out wide to Silvera, the number 18, going down the left-hand side up against Byram. He comes towards the edge of the box looking for a pass. Shoots from distance. God, that was deflected there from Rodon, I think. And Meslier was able to catch it and fall on it. I think if we watch this back, I think Ampadu got a little touch on that and it nearly put off Meslier. Yeah, I think Bamford's having a really good game. You've got to be balanced, haven't you, freshly picked? You've got to either say, when he's been playing good, you give him credit. When he's been playing bad, you criticise him. There's got to be a balance there, hasn't there? Nonto with a great touch. Played back inside to Gruev. Now across to Byram. Here's Rodon. Any changes? Well, he won't make them until the 60th or the 70th, but I can understand bringing on Dan James for Nonto at some point in this game would probably be a move that I would make. 6 minutes added on to that first half. That's down below now as well. Oh, bollocks. There we go. I mean, it's 15 seconds out, but you'll get an idea of how many added minutes have been. I don't understand where 6 minutes have come from. I agree with you, Rob. Yeah, Nonto played well. He's playing well, but I still think, given how good Dan James has been this season, if you bring him on in the sort of 60th, 70th minute, he has an impact due to his pace, his sheer pace. Here's Jones coming into the box, plays it to Deeksteel. Good block by Firpo, and that's going to go out for a throw-in rather than a corner. So good play there by Firpo, good defending. Radio commentators don't say bollock. It's a good job I'm not a radio commentator then, isn't it? Here's Azaz on the edge of the box. Foul by Bamford there, and he's giving away a free kick in a silly position. Bamford's got himself a yellow card as well for that. It's actually 17, 18, 19 seconds for me. So I'm about 10 seconds behind. I think he slips there, Bamford. Oh yeah, he stands on the back of his heel and slips a bit. I don't think he means to do that, Bamford, but it's still a free kick, so hey, let's hope that Leeds can defend this. Going to be Azaz to take it. Good free kick position, to be honest, but let's hope that Leeds can defend it. They're not a massively tall team, Borough. Ball into the box from Azaz. Headed away by Byram. Now Nonto. Nonto can clear that one. It's going to go for a Middlesbrough throw-in, but at least it's... Oh, I've frozen. I bet you can still hear me, but you can't see me, can you? I'm still here, by the way. There you go. I'm back. Yeah, it's gone black, but that's just because I was having to change. I was having to activate and deactivate the camera thing. Here's Azaz on the edge of the box. Nutmegs Firpo goes for the cross across, but now it is going to go out for a corner after Ampadu got that block on it. Another corner here to come in. Headed away. I just have to turn off that timer now. Shot from distance from Lewis O'Brien. 48 minutes and 30 seconds in here. It's going to be a throw in here to Middlesbrough. Yeah, I don't really know where it's come from, Liam, to be honest. I don't know where the time added on has come from. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Into Silvera. Silvera shoots from distance, and that one flies away from goal. Welcome, Lee Barker, another Leeds lately member. What a game. My heart is in my mouth. Yeah, absolutely. It's just not good for us, is it really, this? It can't be good for us. There needs to be some sort of studies on being a Leeds fan compared to being a football fan of any other club and what it does to your body over a prolonged period of time. All the games where they applied no injury time and somehow they find 6 minutes here, Rob's saying. I know, I just don't understand where it's come from. I don't think there's been any injuries. I don't think there's been any substitutions. There's been nothing. Yeah, mental and physical toll, Chewy Backer. So I'll throw in. The free kick from Leeds has just gone straight out for a throw in to Middlesbrough, and Luke Thomas has taken about 40 yards on his run up for that throw in. So he's made to go backwards and then the ball's back in play. Here's Clark. Across to Vandenberg. Here's Firpo. Plays the ball down the line here. Bamford tries to challenge for it. He can't quite get there. Here's Vandenberg. Jorginho pressing here, and Bamford's going to help him out, and so is Gruev, forcing them back to Clark here. Clark plays the ball down the line for Thomas. Can Thomas keep it in? He does, but Nonto can't quite get there. Here's Silvera. Looking for a pass here. He's going to drop it off to Lewis O'Brien. Plays it backwards to Howson. Now Silvera again. He's got Luke Thomas out wide and he plays it to him. Back to Silvera again. Good tackle away there by Gruev, but Leeds are playing a bit of a low block at the moment whilst Middlesbrough have the ball. Here's Isaiah Jones out on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Deeksteel. Now Vandenberg. Out wide again to Jones. Inside to Lewis O'Brien. That's going to be half-time now, surely. Oh, Jorginho nearly took the ball away from Vandenberg, and it was going to be Leeds through on goal, I would have imagined there. But it is going to be a half-time whistle blown there. Is it? Or is it going to be a free kick? I think Leeds are arguing that that should have been a red card because Jorginho, even though it was on the halfway line, would have been through on goal. Well, Jorginho's face is covered in the white line there of the pitch. I should clarify. Don't know whether it was whether the bad tackle is what they're complaining about, or whether it's the fact that Jorginho would have been through on goal. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back very, very shortly. I just need a short break, so I'll be back very, very soon in about 30 seconds. So don't go anywhere, and we'll talk about what happened in that first half, that crazy, crazy first half. So be back very, very shortly. hello. What were we saying? Oh, shocking tackle. Mr. P saying, sorry, I lost my place there. Mr. P saying the referee decided to blow for an end of half rather than a booking. Fucking coward of a ref. Yeah, I don't get. I honestly they just never make any decisions, do they? I mean, did he get a yellow card, that Vandenberg? Because he should have done. As ever, we need to improve. I need a beer when I've come back. I've got a joke. I hope to hear that soon, CB. Oh, wait, it will be. I'll see that in a second. Pete the Scum got through yesterday. I know, it's annoying, isn't it, when Coventry was so close, and that VAR decision was mental. CB saying, I went for a pint the other night, stood at the bar. Oh, okay. I've read it, but I won't be reading it out. I won't be reading it out loud. Route Airport today, James on and Willie to number 10. I think Jorginho has been quite good. I think this is not back at his best, but like I think he's doing his job and he's dragging Leeds up the pitch. He created the penalty. He's done well in other situations to win the ball back, and I think Jorginho's having quite a good game, and he'll have a part to play in this in the second half. A lot of mistakes in this game have been what led to goals. Shirley Johnson saying, why do we sit back so much after we score? We should play to our strengths and play a higher press. I'm sure we could score more. We're terrible at parking the bus and trying to hold on. I agree with what you're saying, Shelley, but let me ask you this. Do you think that your view of football in that way of scoring a goal and going and pressing and trying to score more goals, do you think that is slightly biased or influenced by the fact that we saw Bielsa's football and we loved it so much for so many years? Because that's what he did, but you don't get many other managers who would do that, especially because we scored the goal to make it 3-2, and I think what we were doing is trying to see it out until half time, which obviously we've managed to do now, which is a big plus for us because we can go into that second half with a platform to build on. So yeah, but I agree with what you're saying that we're not very good at sitting deep and defending. We are pretty good at holding on to leads. Throughout the course of this season, we've been very good at holding on to the lead, but just at the moment, we seem to be sitting back a bit too deep and inviting pressure onto us, which is not something you want to do either. Gutted for Coventry on this occasion only, yeah. When it's against scum, you support anyone, don't you? Apart from when it's Chelsea, and then you hope they both lose. Let's have a look at who's on our bench. Sorry, let's have a look at our bench. Leeds tweeting one for the neutrals. We're not neutrals though, are we, Leeds? Some good pictures to use for the thumbnail here. Where is it? Okay, so our bench consists of Carl Darlow, Liam Cooper, Jamie Shackleton, Glenn Kamara, Jaden Anthony, Daniel James, Joffy Gelhart, Joel Peru, and Mateo Joseph. So yeah, Kamara is a potential for this game. I don't really know what else Kamara offers that Archie Gray doesn't. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, it does. It does offer us the chance to put Archie Gray back at right back, which again is not really his preferred position. But I don't know. We've got options, haven't we? I've got Mateo Joseph who come off the bench, but I do think Bamford's been playing really well. He's got himself a goal, and I think he's done. I think he's done pretty well in the role that he's been playing of holding that ball up, even though he's been fouled a couple of times by doing it. I think it's important that he plays that role for us. We've got great front four pace and use that to create more chances. We have Gruev, Gray, and it's a decent defence to mop up if necessary. Let's keep it in their half. Would love to see Joseph up front. Yeah, and I do think throughout the rest of this season we do tend to be trying to play our attacking football with that rest defence of. So you'd have Rodon and Ampadu, and then in front of them, Gray and Gruev, and it creates almost like a little box in the midfield that allows Leeds to play higher up the pitch, so that they can have that rest defence as a like a cover if anything goes wrong, and basically they can drop into a back four, a makeshift back four if they need to. But I just think we need to. Maybe play on the front foot a little bit more just to stifle them, because inviting them onto us is not working, obviously, because we've conceded 2 goals in the first half. Leeds and Ipswich, if I had a wish to go up, I'm guessing that means 2 clubs with history. I mean, it would be nice to see Ipswich go up with their story as well, but I think where Leicester are now on 91 points with a game to play over us, I just think they must have kind of done it now. They'd have to be very poor over the last couple of games to not go up. Hopefully Rute will be fit for the second half. Yeah, I think he'd be all right. I think it was just a bit of a knock. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. It's just very, very sort of nerve-wracking and sad to watching it. I mean, if we were 3-0 up right now, you'd be going, "Oh, this is lovely. We can cruise to victory." But it's 3-2, and we conceded 2 goals in that first half, and it's just stress, and it magnifies everything that's been going wrong at the moment. But we are in the lead. We are in the lead at the moment. Pressy Pick Football Videos is saying, I saw a stat somewhere that our midfield have scored the least goals in the Championship. So I feel like Gray and Kamara and Gruev should sometimes have a shot from outside the box. I mean, Archie Gray thought he'd scored one, but didn't. I mean, have any of them scored? So you've got Gray, who hasn't scored because technically that was an own goal. You've got Gruev, who hasn't scored. You've got Ampadu, who's only scored in the FA Cup, so not scored in the league. And Kamara hasn't scored. So none of them have ever scored. None of them have scored. I don't think. It's half time. Yeah, none of those players have scored. Leeds team stats. Squad statistics. This will do it on Transfermarkt. Okay. Oh, that Archie Gray has been credited with 1 goal. So sinister. Kamara 0, Gruev 0. Who else have we got? Yeah. So we just haven't scored a goal with a midfielder. I think Archie Gray's goal was saying that it's counted. Yeah, I think it's saying that his goal counted against Leicester, but my God. Archie Gray's value, according to Transfermarkt, November 3rd, 2022, was 200k when he was 16, and now he's 18. It's 16 million euros, but it's definitely more than that. Might if they'd contributed 15, we'd be well top. Yeah, can you imagine if they had got forward and scored some goals as well? Very big foot. Sometimes we just try and force the ball into our strikers and lose it, but sometimes we can sometimes we can just hit it if we have space. Yeah, we don't seem to shoot from distance enough. I think Nonto sometimes does it. Some other players just tend to have a little bit of a go at just having a shot from distance, and sometimes it flies in. So 5 goals during the first half. Wow, yeah, I know. It's been a crazy, crazy game. Can we start the second half on the front foot and score early, Mr. P saying? I really hope so, because I think that will really, really help us out in terms of our confidence going into the rest of the half. Give us a little bit of a cushion. Hi, Mark. Mark Harter is becoming a Leeds lately member. I'm pretty sure you've been a member before, haven't you, Mark? So thanks for rejoining us as a Leeds lately member on the channel. That really, really helps support the channel and keep everything going. Rob Bailey saying, honestly, if someone had offered us being 1 goal to the good at half-time before the game, we would have snapped their hands off. Yeah, I agree with you. It's just the way things go down, isn't it? It's like you'd say that, but when you actually look at the situation we're in and how it's happened, you're just like, your nerves are shot, aren't they? So it's just, yeah, it's just the way things actually play out. But it's a good point. We would have taken it up. If we were 1-0 up at half time, you'd have gone, okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. But it's 3-2 up. Well, I did say at the start we haven't been scoring enough goals. As it stands, everyone else has played 43 at the top. We've played 44, but it puts us on 90 points in second place, just behind Leicester. And we, of course, do play against QPR on Friday. And Leicester have Southampton as their game in hand. So hopefully that's a draw. If that's a draw, that would be fantastic. Mark Harter, I think Mark, you were our original member. I think you were the first member ever on the channel, to be honest. So great to have you back as a member and as a viewer. Latte Lath is getting ready to take the kickoff for this second half, and we are underway here at the Riverside Stadium as a long ball's played forward here. Thanks, Mr. P. Really appreciate the super chat. Positive vibes for a better second half and a few goals. Absolutely. Hopefully we can score some of those early on. I forgot about doing subtimes, Karen, so I'm going to leave it this time just because I want to watch the match and it takes me a while to type them out. So sorry about that, but I forgot about that. But you can, if you want to, put the subtimes yourselves in the chat without the poll, if you get what I mean. Here's Clark. Now, is O'Brien. Back to Howson, and then O'Brien again, looking for a way to play the ball forward. Plays it out wide here to Thomas, inside to Silvera, and then back again to Johnny Howson. Howson to Azaz. Now O'Brien. Howson again, drops it off to Thomas, who gives it back again to Lewis O'Brien. O'Brien into Latte Lath. Has to go backwards here, but manages a turn though. Sam Byram coming out to meet him, but doesn't manage to win the ball. Now he does. It is going to be a throw into Thomas here for Middlesbrough. Played all the way back there to Matt Clark. You'd think that was a safe bet, AO. Farker will substitute between 50 to 80 minutes, but you never know. Ball into the box from Thomas, headed away by Rodon. Only as far as Johnny Howson, who plays it into Silvera. Silvera back to Howson again. Howson out wide to Thomas. Back to Howson again. Leeds doing a good job of forcing them back, but we are playing a bit of a low block here, which is a bit scary to watch. Crossman 52 saying, let's make it easy on ourselves and finish the last 3 with 9 points. Make the other 2 beat us out of the top 2. Absolutely, that's what it seems like is the best way to go here. Just win them and force the other teams to have to win and put the pressure on them, because they've been putting the pressure on us a lot, and it's important that we try and put the pressure on them. Bad touch there from Deke Steele, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. It gives Leeds a little bit of a respite. These are defending because we don't have the ball. Grand print and keep it. Grand print. Grab it and keep it? Is that what you meant? Here's Firpo. Now Archie Gray flicks it forward towards Bamford. Gets a touch on it, but Clark in the end is the one to bring it down. Vandenberg into Howson. Howson to Lewis O'Brien. Here is Lewis O'Brien again. Silvera now. Dropped back off to O'Brien. Inside then to Azaz. Now Deke Steele goes back again to Vandenberg. We do seem to be just letting them play football, don't we? We seem to be letting them have the ball. Here's Silvera. Back to Thomas. And then all the way back to Clark. I think we are looking to counter Paul, but then it's like that's quite a risky game to play because we aren't used to sitting in a low block like this. I get playing like a mid block, and when the ball comes into the midfield, that's when you go and press it, but we do tend to be letting them have the ball quite high up here. Here's Azaz. Good foot there by Ampadu, but unfortunately for Leeds, it still goes back to Deke Steele. He's Latte Lath on the edge of the box, looking for a chance to shoot maybe, but he plays it straight to Nonto, and now Leeds can come away with it. Here's Ampadu. Tries to play the ball out wide to Nonto. I think that's just going to go over him here. It's just not good enough, the passing forward. Emma Oliver saying Rutte coming in with goal number 4, heard it here first. Well, I hope you're right, mate. I really hope you're right, because if we can score in the next sort of 5 minutes, it'll really ease us a little bit into this half and give us a little bit of a cushion to play with. Here's the ball out wide to Jones. Firpo trying to defend against him. He's got Deke Steele in support here, Jones, but it's going to be a Leeds goal kick in the end. Oh no, a corner. Thank you so much, Sajal. Thank you so much for becoming a Leeds Lately member and supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Isaiah Jones goes to put the ball back across the box, and actually, it doesn't hit Firpo. He kicks it against his own foot, Jones. Azaz with the corner into the box, headed away there by Byram. Back into the box by Lewis O'Brien, headed back down by Deke Steele to Vandenberg, who plays it to Luke Thomas, who tries to put it in the box, and it's cleared away by Joe Roden, but only as far as Luke Thomas again. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Now Byram. Nonto tries to play it back to Byron, but it's taken away by Deke Steele. I think it was there. Yeah, it is. Number 15 for Middlesbrough there. Yeah, thanks so much for Sajal and Mark for becoming members in this stream. And thank you for everybody else as well who's a member for your continued support of the channel. It really does help to keep things ticking over here and allow me to make these streams. So thank you so much. Mark Hart is saying, do we lose Archie and Summerville if we stay down? Also, I'm worried we're not going for the game. Let's not even think about what happens if we go down. I think we lose Jorginho, Summerville, Nonto, Rodon. Probably Gray. Maybe Melier. Oh, there'll be a fire sale. Here's Vandenberg. Yeah, it's less stressful to see us with the ball, isn't it? It's awful just watching another team play around you. That's why I imagine being an Everton fan or a Burnley fan, no, not at the moment, but a Burnley fan over the last couple of years and Wolves fan and things like that, because all they've ever had is other teams just being dominant and playing possession football around them and them just having to watch their team sit and defend. Here's Ampadu. Clears that one down the line. That's a good ball by him towards Summerville. Clark comes and chests that one away from Summerville. His much bigger frame helped him ease the ball away from Summerville there. And now Vandenberg with it. Gives it to Johnny Howson, of course, ex-Leeds United player. Lewis O'Brien with a sweeping ball down the line to Silvera, and Sam Byram comes in with a good slide tackle, and it's going to be a throw in front of Michael Carrick's technical area, taken quickly, and then the ball passed back to Matt Clark. Now Lewis O'Brien. Played to Azaz, and now out wide to Jones. Jones plays it down the line as Lewis O'Brien's made a run, and Lewis O'Brien chips it towards the back post, and Meslier had to tip that one over there. I don't know if it was bad positioning, an accidental cross by Lewis O'Brien or what, but it nearly caught out Meslier. I don't think it would have gone in, but I think Silvera would have been at the back post to put it in the back of the net, so Meslier had to tap that one over. Corner comes in from Azaz. Headed away by Byram. Only as far as Latte Lath, I think it is. But Jorginho, oh, very unlucky there. He took the ball off Azaz there and could have been on the counter-attack. But it turns out it's going to be a throw-in here. Yeah, action areas in the second half. 8% in the Middlesbrough final third, 60% in the middle third, and 32% in the Leeds final third. So that bears out with what Amy's saying about Leeds barely have the ball in this half. And it's awful to watch, isn't it? Watching someone just try and break you down. I want us to go and try and break them down and force them into mistakes. Nonto, Gray, all the way back to Meslier here, who's going to have to send this one long. He does with his weak foot. Goes to Vandenberg, who brings that one down and gives it to Matt Clark now. Now Clark, long ball forward to Azaz on the right-hand side. Good chest touch. Coming into the box now, looking for a chance to shoot. Chips the ball up to the back post, headed away by Byram. And then Nonto can clear that one over his head, but it's still going to go to a Middlesbrough player. Here's Lewis O'Brien, back to Thomas. Thomas down the line to Middlesbrough's left wing. Now Silvera, back again to Thomas. Vandenberg. Now, Seny Dieng, Matt Clark. This is worrying, isn't it? Because we're in the lead. But we're not acting like it. Is the ball all the way through from Dieng that goes to Meslier. Meslier can just catch that one. Yeah, Gavin saying, once again, we've come out very flat. We need to pick up the tempo. Yeah, it just... I don't know, we're just letting them have it, which is not something I want to see Leeds do. It's not the type of club that Leeds are, just as Mellier's... Latte Lath just intercepted Mellier's clearance there, and it went out for a Leeds goal kick, thank God, but it could have been bad. Oh, you've missed a little bit, Munchy Toy. You've missed a little bit. Is Byram. It just all of a sudden seems to be no room to play the ball into as well. Like everywhere we go, there's just a Middlesbrough player. There's a red shirt everywhere we go. And we just need to, I don't know, get hold of the ball and get on a counter-attack or something, because we still haven't got a counter-attack. Oh, Leeds did win the ball back there. Here's Jorginho, and he is pulled down there on the halfway line. So Leeds have a moment of respite there as Johnny Howson pulls down Jorginho, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds on the halfway line. Yeah, Jorginho got fouled the first time, and then Howson grabbed Jorginho and pulled him to the ground there. Here's Meslier. Leeds have some possession now. Joe Rodon down the line to Byram. That was a little bit more urgent. Leeds can come forward now. Here's Byram. Byram still. And to Nonto. Nonto to Archie Gray. Poked back to Nonto again, and Leeds can win the ball back through Archie Gray, but then again, Middlesbrough have come away with the ball. Jorginho chasing down Silvera, but he does push him over in the end, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough. Playing again already, though. Here's Matt Clark. Into Vandenberg. Howson back across to Matt Clark again. Now Silvera out on the left-hand side. It's going to be a throw-in. Successful passes in the final third in the second half. Middlesbrough 36, Leeds 2. It's not good enough, is it? Mark Carter saying we need to go for the game. I hate sitting back. Counter-press if we're sitting back. Yeah, it's just every time they lose the ball, they just completely swarm us and we aren't able to get out. Firpo can head that one away. But it's only as far as Jones, who picks it up again and gives it back to Deeksteele. He's got Azaz with him, who gets the ball now. Played out wide to Jones. Back to Vandenberg here, who plays it across to Clark. Their furthest back player is inside our centre circle, our half of the centre circle. Keep the faith it's got us this far. Yeah. So Azaz to take this corner then for Middlesbrough. Stressful. So stressful. Vandenberg and Clark coming up for it. Ball comes into the box. Headed away there by Leeds. Not sure who got the touch, but it's away. And then Summerville gets a good touch on that and it stops O'Brien's pass into Deeksteele. But they have got a throw in here again. That's a foul throw. Here's Deeksteele. Back again to Vandenberg. Into Howson and then down the line to Deeksteele. He's going to try and cross the ball in this time. Meslier can slap that one away. He could have caught that one, surely. There's no excuse for not catching that one. Then Byram can clear it away. Bamford's trying to hold it up, but he's got no support. Gruev away. And then a great flick by Bamford. And then that's a handball by Lewis O'Brien there, which is just downright cheating. That should be a yellow card as well for... that's the same as tripping somebody up or pulling the shirt on a counter-attack, handballing it to stop it, if not worse. So that's a yellow card. But he's not got one, I don't think. I think Nonto's getting told to come here to the ref, and he's probably going to get himself a yellow card, which is a joke considering the handball should have been one. Don't know what the ref's saying to him. I can't quite lip read. This is where we need a lip reading expert in the chat. Yeah, he's poor, isn't he, Paul? He's really poor. Here's Ampadu. Firpo. Back to Ampadu again. Into Gruev, who needs to be careful of the man behind him, and he is. Firpo down the line. Bamford. Does well there to hold the ball up. Firpo gets it back to Jorginho, plays it into Firpo. Firpo down the line here. Summerville's in on goal. Summerville looking for a chance to shoot here, and he shoots! Summerville makes it 4-2! Come on! Summerville bends it in the top corner. Fantastic goal. That's exactly what we needed to do. Maybe we should all just trust Farke. Maybe we should all just trust Daniel Farke and we should all just shut up about it because the amount we were complaining and now Leeds United are 4-2 up in this game. Leeds fans going mental and the Leeds players going over to celebrate them. Fantastic. Oh. Yeah, a really good counter-attack. Bamford does so well there to still get the ball through. And then Firpo just gets enough of the ball to get it to Jorginho and then play the ball through to Summerville. And Firpo gets his assist. Summerville opens up the body enough to bend that one in the top corner. Great finish. I love it when the ball rolls around the net like that. Watch it roll. It goes in the top corner, rolls around to the back of the net, and then just rolls back out of the goal again. Fantastic. Great finish. Yeah, no worries, Mark. Yeah, I always say this, but you're not usually in the chat, are you? So just make sure you don't put it in until I've said it. But I was celebrating it as I saw your chat come through anyway, so it didn't matter that time. Assist from Firpo. No, yeah, it was a good assist. He Made sure he played the ball to him at the right time. Timed his run, Summerville. Thank God for that. Clark with the long ball forward. This is what I say. So, Crescencio Summerville, he reminds me of a championship. He reminds me of a championship Riyad Mahrez, but on the opposite side of the pitch. You know, Mahrez's thing was always that he would cut in from the right-hand side, cut in from the right, and try and bend it in the top corner or the bottom corner with his left foot. And everybody knew that he was going to do it, but nobody could stop him. And that's what Summerville's been this season. That's his 19th goal of the season. His Deeks deal. Back to Howson. Now Azaz plays the ball down the line. Ball across the box, headed away by Rodon. Now Summerville can clear that one. Good clearance by Summerville up as far as Matt Clark, who heads it back to Vandenberg. Here's Summerville. Tries to play it down the line for Bamford, but it's gone back to Vandenberg and Clark. Yeah, no worries, Mark. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. We're all very happy now because we've scored 4-2 to Leeds at the moment. Here's Jones down the line for Azaz, who cuts back and he tries to get a chance to shoot, but good defending there from Leeds as Gray leaves Gruev to clear that one. Yeah, Leeds are backing off again, aren't they? As soon as we scored, it's back to the way we were playing. But I mean, we are 4-2 up now. 25 minutes to go plus injury time with a 2-goal cushion. It's a good position to be in, let's say that. Here's Howson again. Now Jones. Jones cuts inside. Firpo tackles him but not fouls him. And now Archie Gray can look to go past Azaz. And Archie Gray was fouled by Azaz there. I don't know. Archie Gray and Azaz having a little bit of a coming together on the touchline here. But Azaz did knock him over after the ball had gone out. And Archie Gray was off the pitch. So I don't know what... I don't really know what that was about. Referee's just doing that thing where he gets both of them together, has a word with both of them. Ampadu getting involved because he's the captain. Why are we sitting back? I guess because that was the tactic that was working. I guess because we thought, oh God, we're sitting back, and then we went and scored. So I guess it's working, really, isn't it? Yeah, Middlesbrough in the second half, 80% possession, no shots on target. Leeds 20% possession, one shot on target, 1 goal. Nonto still trying to go forward here, but he's been fouled and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. This is always going to be a hard game as they hate us. You forget, don't you? I forgot that Middlesbrough hate us because it's such like an irrelevant sort of and one-sided rivalry that you forget that they hate us. And that happens with quite a few teams. So I'm like, oh yeah, don't really got any negative feelings towards most of the Yorkshire clubs, to be honest. Bamford's in on goal here. Oh, he's offside. Bangs it in the bottom corner anyway, but he's offside, Bamford. Tell you what, that would have been a good moment, wouldn't it? Bamford banging a second one in. So Middlesbrough are making some substitutions here. 2 fullbacks are coming off for Gilbert and Bangura. Is that what he's called? Yeah, Bangura. Here's Clark. Now Gilbert. Oh, Jorginho's tackled him very early on here, and here's Bamford coming with the ball. Nonto's trying to support him, but he can't get past him. Bamford's going to have to go backwards here. He just didn't really have the options. Here's Byram. Plays the ball down the line to Nonto there. Good ball. Nonto goes past O'Brien, tries to get the ball in the box. It's gone over absolutely everyone. It's going to be a throw-in on the opposite side. Yeah, the referee's telling Jones to take that throw-in from much further back. Here's Johnny Howson. He's very good, Johnny Howson, isn't he? He's very tidy. He's good at passing the ball. He's good at keeping it. He's very good. Of course, we knew that from his time at Leeds, but he's still got it. Even in his old age. Here's Clark. Now Azaz. Good foot there by Archie Gray. It's going to be a throw-in then to Middlesbrough just inside the Leeds half. Here's Vandenberg. Yeah, he was, wasn't he? Now Clark. About what, Penny? Here's Clark. Still +2 on goal difference over Leicester, yeah. Should we just win all our last games there? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Is it just... Yeah, it is. It's just QPR and Southampton left, isn't it? Bamford fouled there by Vandenberg. No, 9 points is the maximum that we can get. Yeah, Bamford is having a very good game, isn't he? This is what you want from Bamford. This is Bamford at his best playing like this. Here's Nonto. Played across to Archie Gray. Now Firpo in support down the left-hand side. He's got Summerville ahead of him and he gives it to him. Now ball down the line to Nonto, but Nonto can just let that one go out for a corner, and he does. It's going to be a corner to Leeds here. Yeah, I mean, if we can score this, corner, then that kind of puts a nail in it, doesn't it? But it's a short one. Here's Summerville. To Ampadu, back to Summerville. Summerville in the box! Oh, just across the face of goal, and Bamford was flying in there at the back post. So close there from Leeds. Bamford has to just untangle himself, but we are playing again here. Bangura down the line here to Azaz, who then plays it back to Lewis O'Brien. O'Brien charging forward with it here. I think, yeah, Jorginho's going to foul him there, and it's going to be a free kick on the halfway line. It's gone all the way across here to Bangura, and Byram's going to try and force him away now. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Now Bangura again. Back out to Howson. Down the line to Bangura. Now Nonto. Clears that one to Jorginho, who's going to try and get rid of it. Oh, Jorginho's done really well there. He still can't keep the ball, but there's got to be a foul in there, ref, somewhere. How many teams have scored 4 at Borough? Not many, I bet. Well, hopefully we can make it 5, because we were very, very close to doing so there with Summerville. Here's Vandenberg. Back to Howson. Now O'Brien. Headed away by Firpo, and then Summerville flicks it away. It's going to be picked up by Vandenberg again. He's got Jones down the line if he wants to use him, and I think he probably will. Nope, he goes inside, and it's taken off them. Here's Bamford. Now Summerville. Back to Bamford again. Bamford loses it there. But he's going to be able to try and force them backwards here, and they have to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Leeds STL saying Ipswich luckiest team in the Championship by miles. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't believe one team has been that lucky this season. Here's Bangura. Drop to Azaz in the box. Good tackle by Gray, and he gets it away here. Here's Jorginho. Jorginho dispossessed. Come on, mate. You've got to be a bit more switched on than that. Now Vandenberg. Gilbert. Isaiah Jones back to Gilbert again. Yeah, but I think if we inject a little bit of pace on the counter-attack with somebody like Dan James now or something, that might help. Here's Silvera in down the right-hand side. Ball great across the box, and then at the back post, Azaz just misses. That could have been a 4-3 goal there, you know. It's just, yeah, we just need to be careful not to concede one here. It's Joel Peru that's actually going to come on now for Patrick Bamford, who I've thought has had a really, really good game. It's a really good goal from him, and I think he's played really well in general, Bamford. We already are parking the bus, really, Mark, I think. That's something I didn't really think about, to be fair, as well, Leeds STL, because his defending and his tracking back play is really, really good, Dan James, isn't it? He's always tracking back. He's always doing well to come back in and support his defender, and he's pretty good at actually defending as well, so that's another good point about him. Head that one away. That's it, Gruev. Nonto tries to get on that one, but it's cleared away towards Bangura. Peru, sorry, is trying to track that one down, but it's gone back to Clark here. Now Vandenberg. And cleared by Ampadu. Headed away by Howson, and then played back to the goalkeeper here. Under a bit of pressure from Jorginho, but he does clear it up towards the halfway line. Headed away by Ampadu. Won back by Archie Gray there, but he can't quite keep hold of it. And now Azaz comes forward with it. Played to Jones, the number 11 down the right-hand side, up against Firpo. Tries to go past him, and he does. He gets the ball. Tries to cross it into the box, and it just actually lands on the roof of Mellier's net. Middlesbrough, we're going to make some substitutions now. Or just one, actually. Is that Barlaza? Lewis O'Brien's coming off. Yeah, it is. It's Dan Barlaza is coming on. Ampadu charges out of defence. Plays a long ball down the line towards Summerville, but Summerville is offside, so he's just going to let that one go. It's good we've put Peru on now because he thinks he's a CDM. He does play that Harry Kane job, doesn't he, of running backwards all the way to the halfway line, picking the ball up in his own half. But here he is chasing down the ball with Matt Clark. Now picked up by Barlaza. Fresh legs coming on. Into Azaz here. Oh, no, sorry, it's Gilbert. So many substitutions, I can't keep track of them. Yeah, I think I want to see Dan James very shortly. Here's Jones up against Summerville. Good tackle by Summerville there, and Summerville's able to get rid of the ball. As far as Joel Peru. Plays it to Firpo. Firpo down the line to Jorginho. Jorginho manages to go past his man there. Great work from Jorginho. And then Jorginho kicked from behind by Jones. That's a yellow card, if ever I've seen one. So frustrating to watch that, isn't it? Leeds on the break, coming forward, and he just gets kicked. It's just so cynical, isn't it? It's literally just kick his legs against each other and kick him over. There should be some sort of more punishment for that. Make people think twice, wouldn't it? Jorginho does so well to get past Vandenberg. He absolutely sends him for a hot dog, and then Jones just comes in and wipes him out. He just comes in and kicks him, doesn't he? Ampadu all the way back to Meslier. That's Meslier sending that one long up into the Middlesbrough half. Here's Vandenberg, and he's going to shield that one out for a throw-in in the right-back position just outside their box. Oh, it is Dan James getting ready to come on. Yeah, Dan James is getting warmed up. Well, meep, meep. He's getting ready to get his instructions from Farker here, which is probably just run really fast. Now, Daniel, I want you to run really, really fast and then score a goal. And he shall do that. Here's Clark. Now, that other bloke whose name escapes me. Gilbert, is it? Now Barlaza. Barlaza into Latte's feet, but it's taken away from him by Jorginho. But somehow they still have the ball, and then Jorginho finally manages to win it back. Great touch from Jorginho. Plays the ball into Nonto here. If Nonto can find a way to get the ball to Summerville, Leeds would have been in there, but he just a little touch from Clark took it away from him. Great tackle there from Ilya Gruev. Incredible hard, absolutely. Barlaza into Azaz. Plays it out wide now to Isaiah Jones. Jones still with the ball. Plays it inside to Howson. Taken away by Gruev. Now Nonto. Nonto gets wiped out there by Johnny Howson. It's going to be a Leeds free kick just inside the Leeds half. And Johnny Howson's going to pick himself up a yellow card. Don't know if that was entirely intentionally, just sort of, it was a shoulder charge where they both went flying to the ground, but Howson actually looks like he's hurt a bit there. Not hurt, but just sort of landed on his face and got a bit winded, I think. That only comes out once a season, Mark. Dan James and Glenn Kamara, so someone was calling for Glenn Kamara earlier, weren't they, for Archie Gray? Was it you, Rob, potentially? Or somebody else, but Nonto's going to come off for Dan James, which is the sub I said I wanted to see, and Glenn Kamara is going to come on for Jorginho, actually. More control in the middle of the park, yeah. I don't think Nonto's ever happy coming off, to be honest. I think he probably thought he might get a goal in this game. Firpo does well to keep that in because it's a bit of a dodgy pass from Ampadu, but Ampadu can come away with it and give the ball to Rodon. Now out wide to Byram on the other side. Good ball down the line towards Dan James here, who can't quite keep it in. I thought that Bangura was going to send him flying then, but he didn't. Oh, I forgot Sam Greenwood as well was on. I forgot about Sam Greenwood as well being on loan, and Sam Greenwood and Luke Ayling are both sat in the crowd together. Of course, Leeds players. I'll tell you what, Sam Greenwood's got a pair of gnashes on him, and I don't think he can close his mouth. Here's Vandenberg. Yeah, Greenwood's injured, but he also can't play anyway, can he? Because of the loan thing. Here's Clark. Bangura and then back to Clark again. Vandenberg. Into Howson and then rolled to Clark, who has to come forward and get that one. Give it to Bangura again on the left-hand side. Here's Howson. Now Vandenberg. into the feet of Azaz, who pokes that one out wide towards Jones, who plays it back into Azaz, and then good foot there by Archie Gray, and Firpo can come away with it. Piru back to Gray. Gray's giving the ball away there to Barlaza, and he can play it inside to Jones. Jones looking to get the ball in the box. But now Barlaza gets it in, headed away by Ampadu there. Maybe just a bit more experience for Peru, Mark. Maybe that's why he's brought him on. Just a little bit of experience for him to come and know how to see out a game. I don't know. I mean, Peru's not actually that old, is he? Here's Summerville. Into Gray. Tries to poke it back to him, but he loses it there, and it's Azaz now to Gilbert. Tries to get the ball in the box, and Melia can come and catch that one and fall on it. We have to play like we expect Ipswich to drop points. Wouldn't it be something if Ipswich lose their last 3? Oh, I tell you what. If their luck runs out now, it'd be fantastic. Just as I say that, our luck might have run out because Joe Rodon is limping. Melier sends that one long towards Peru. Now Gray loses the ball again there, Gray. Great tackle by Sam Byram. Proper crunching tackle to win the ball there. Now Rodon. And Gray. Back to Byram again. Now Dan James. Back to Byram. Good touch there. I could have played it forward to Gruev, but decides to go backwards instead to Ampadu. To Rodon, who then plays it to Ampadu. Now back to Rodon again. Could have just said Rodon. Here's Melier. He's going to send that one long. Up towards Joel Peru. Vandenberg knees it away, which was a bit unorthodox. And now Peru has the ball back. Play to Dan James. Dan James is in here. It's a really good tackle by Bangura, I think. I think it was a good tackle. I don't know. I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was a really good tackle. Yeah, Peru's only 24. Just needs to shoot there, Dan James. He's not urgent enough, and he doesn't realise that Bangura is coming up behind him. He's about to shoot, and then he just gets tackled. Leeds are in there. Jaden Anthony then coming on for Crescencio Summerville. Sensible, to be honest, I think. Getting Summerville off so that he can stay fit for the next game. Of course, we've got QPR on Friday night, so it's important that we keep our key players fit for then. Two goals from Summerville tonight, isn't it? So is he now on? He's now on 20 goals for the season, isn't he? Oh, he's 19 league goals, isn't it? He scored one in a cup as well, though. Here's Gruev to take the corner. First man, terrible corner. Dan James is going to have to win that back. Heads it backwards to Rodon here, who's going to have to play it all the way back to Melier. Who just lumps that one as far as he can. Back to Clark. Silvera just came off, by the way, and somebody else came on, but I'm not sure who it was. Here's Barlaza. Long ball forward here. Headed over the goalkeeper. 4-3. Ronnie Thompson, please don't put it in the chat if a goal goes in. I don't know what that... just one long ball forward and he just heads it straight over the top of Melier. Why? How has that happened? How on earth has that happened? He knew Melier was going to be off his line, didn't he? So, it's a ridiculous finish as well, isn't it? But he's chipped the goalkeeper with a header. Nah, Mesri's not responsible. That's not Melier's fault. That's the position you're supposed to take in those situations. Melier now can clear that one. Clark heads it back to the goalkeeper now. Dieng. Here's Barlaza. Forced to go backwards there by Gray. That's such a niche reference, Lockbones. Vandenberg. Now Barlaza tries to play it down the line. Dan James can't quite get there. And he's come inside the box here. Bangura and Melier has to palm that one away. Oh my God. Latte Lat tries to cross it into the box. Headed by Clark. Away by Jaden Anthony. Oh my God, I thought he'd passed it straight to a Middlesbrough player there. It's going to be a throw into Leeds. Is there some substitution going on here or what? Ampadu is going to take this throw in long down the line here. Peru can pick it up. Oh, it's a terrible touch, and Clark can just pass it straight back to Dieng. Need to put a bit of pressure on, don't we? Here's Dieng to Barlaza, who charges forward with it into the midfield. Here is Barlaza still. Plays it out wide here to Bangura. Here's Barlaza. Back to Bangura again. Bangura tries to get it back across. Here's Azaz in the box, and Rodon's block sends it over the bar. I don't understand really why Middlesbrough fans are getting so excited about this when, yeah, it's a good game, but they've got nothing on the line still. Is it 5 minutes? I haven't seen that yet. Remember, guys, no spoilers. If a goal goes in at either end, don't tell me. Ball comes into the box. Headed away by Rodon. Now Latte Lath. Firpo manages to tackle him here. Down the line to Kamara. Archie Gray's running beyond him. And now Archie Gray in down the left-hand side. Archie Gray. He's going to try and get the ball across the box here. And it's won Leeds a corner kick there. He's done so well, Leeds, to get the ball up the pitch and do that. It's got 5 minutes added time, by the way. We're about 30 seconds into that now. Oh, it's just not good, is it? It's not good for your health. Jaden Anthony then. I think Leeds are going to take a short corner and try and hold it in the corner here. There's not a single Leeds player in the box, I don't think. Here's Glenn Kamara. Trying to hold it in the corner. How is he giving the ball away that quickly for a goal kick? That's awful. Clark's trying to come forward with it. Now Dieng. Out the other side to Vandenberg. Now Barlaza comes forward with it. Plays it out left to Bangura. Here is Bangura. Inside again to Barlaza. Back to Bangura. He's going to try and cross it in now. Flicked on. Headed away. Shot from distance. Melier can catch that one. Johnny Howson as well. Imagine if it had been Johnny Howson to put the nail in Leeds' coffin for not getting automatic promotion. I'll tell you what, that's close to sneaking under Melier there. He does well to keep that out. Melier can kick that one long. 3 minutes left of this additional time. Headed all the way back to the goalkeeper by Johnny Howson. Here's Dieng, rolls it out here to Barlaza. Plays it out wide to Bangura. Inside again to Gilbert. Gilbert tries to play a long ball across the pitch. Goes straight to Jones, and then Firpo does well to get across and get that, but it is going to be another corner. You can see the difference between Bamford not being on the pitch. Yeah, he's not holding the ball up, is he? They've taken that quickly. Here's Jones. Plays it across the box. Seny Dieng's way up the pitch here. Now Azaz. Ball back across the box. Headed away by Leeds. Now, Piru, just get a touch on it. Here's Barlaza. Plays it back down the line again to Azaz. Now Gilbert back across the box, and Meslier can palm that one away, and Rodon can come and pick it up. Rodon's going to send that one down the line. Here's Dan James. Tries to turn. Bangura's fouling him the whole time there, and Leeds win a very, very important free kick through Dan James there. Brilliant play from Dan James. Thanks, Liam. Latilat's trying to help Dan James up, but he's not getting up anytime soon, is he? Why does teams try and settle for what they have when Leeds are in the position we were? I don't know. It's going to be Sam Byram to take this one, and I think he's going to send it as far as he can up the pitch. Only a minute and 20 seconds to go here, plus whatever's added on after that. Chipped forwards by Sam Byram. And it's going to be a throw into Leeds there. And then Piru drops it as he should, and it's going to be Byram to take the ball for this throw-in. Piru was definitely the wrong choice for Bamford. I think Bamford was holding the ball up well, yeah. Thanks, Ads. Here's Piru. And he's won Leeds another throw-in there. Well done, Piru, to be fair. Marching on together. Rings out around the Riverside Stadium. Here's Piru. Trying to hold the ball up. They played it back to Dieng here. Now they can come out the other side. Here's Jones. Anthony's trying to chase back. Fresh legs of Anthony should be able to try and help here. And he does well to just slow him down enough here for Kamara to get a foot on the ball. And then it's going to be a foul, though. Jaden Anthony and Glenn Kamara have fouled him. Taken quickly. Here's Howson. Dan James has gone down and just picked up there by Bangura. Ball crossed into the box again from Middlesbrough, flicked on, away by Firpo, away by Kamara, and then Jaden Anthony can let that one go out for a Middlesbrough throw-in. He can't quite get to it. That's a foul throw. Again, a foul throw. Why don't they ever blow for them? Get in! Leeds have won. In the end, it was enough. In the end, it was enough to win that game 4-3. Leeds United have won. We go back into second place on 90 points with QPR on Friday. Of course, Leicester are to play Southampton tomorrow. The best result for me from that game is a draw because it keeps Southampton off our tail and it keeps Leicester to a minimum. But oh my God, what a game of football that was. Leeds United win 4-3, and I'm glad the season's nearly over because I can't take much more of this. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. Thank you so much, Akira, for that super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you to all the people who have become members tonight. And thank you, of course, to our regular members and, of course, all of our regular viewers as well. So thank you everybody so much for joining me. Thank you for helping me get through a game like this where Leeds have managed to get the victory. 4-3 in a 7-goal thriller. Thanks everybody for watching. Check out the match reaction when it comes out, and of course I will be live again for the QPR game on Friday night. You could potentially see me live tomorrow night, maybe for the Leicester Southampton game, but we'll have to see about that one. No promises, but I may do. So thank you everybody so much for joining me, and I shall see you next time on Leeds Lately.